Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. It is late on Saturday afternoon here as I am doing this reading. It is quite a chilly day here in South Africa, and it's probably quite chilly wherever the Harkles or the Parkles are holed up. Staring at social media, all the articles that have come out, all the rebuttals of their rather large claims about the danger that they were in that high-speed car chase in Manhattan a few nights ago. It was, of course, their 5th anniversary yesterday. So far, we haven't heard a peep. We haven't seen a pap shot. We haven't heard what a wonderful day they had. That Meghan, I don't know, she baked the olive cake for Archie. Tea that's being spilled around and about on social media is that she was trying to get a free birthday cake but failed, just like they allegedly were trying to get free or discounted accommodation at the Carlisle, which is why things went awry in New York with the taxi chase. So money might be a little bit tight, but that's not what we're looking at. We're just looking at the mood in Montecito or wherever they are. As I say, we're supposed to be their big wedding anniversary weekend, the relaunch of Meghan Markle, the brand, in the gold dress. And the gold dress is the reason why I have the Shadowland Tarot on the tarot table. Also, not just the gold dress, but also the lurid yellow color, the Hertz yellow. We have the Hertz yellow on the tarot table. I do love these cards. They're good and vulgar. And we do need some vulgar cards, I think, for the Parkles. Unfortunately, I do have really beautiful tarot decks that I cannot possibly use on this channel. But anyway, Shadowland Tarot. I'm looking at the mood in Montecito where everybody hurts, very likely. And I'm just going to do a Celtic cross, see what's going on. Are their expectations going into this stunt? I'm going to call it a stunt because in my opinion, it was. And how they're feeling about it now, what they're going to do next. There are rumours that they might do a sit-down interview or make a statement, maybe Gayle King or someone like that. What are they going to do? How are they going to clap back? How are they going to fix this one? And then we're going to see how individually they feel. Harry, how does Harry feel right now? How does Meghan feel right now? Just generally what is going on. I have time only for one reading today. This afternoon, we're out later socializing with friends. So we'll have to just do the one. And I thought, good time to just tune in and see what's going on with them. Looks like money is tight. Looks like separation on the cards with what's people are speculating. All kinds of things going down. Strange rumors about children as well. All the same old stories that we look at endlessly. But we look at them endlessly because they are so mysterious. And let's remind you while I'm laying the cards out, the Celtic Cross, it's tarot. It's for fun and entertainment. And these mysteries are the reason it's so fun and entertaining. It's all my opinion, of course, all speculation. We read energy here, archetypal energy that we can learn from. And disclaimer in the box below. So usual housekeeping rules out the way. And Fluffy has been walking on the tarot table and knocked things, which is why everything's a little bit awry. Ace of Cups here is our underlying energy. A lot of emotion. It's normally the Ace of Cups is sort of new love, a declaration of love, and there may well be a new love around. I have read on that some gossip about a possible new love there for Madame. With the matching tie and the matching dress, the gold, well, yellow. It looked so yellow in that Hertz bureau. Anyway, new love, but also emotion. A vast overflowing of emotion, and possibly Madame has just lain sobbing on one of those 16 bathroom floors for 48 hours. Inconsolable at what has happened and how badly things went wrong. A lot of speculation also that Harry was not meant to be there. That might have thrown things into some sort of disarray as well. Anyway, as I say, emotion with the Ace of Cups here. Sobbing, and possibly being consoled by a new love. Speculating, of course. Heart of the matter, we're looking at both of them and the situation that they found themselves in. There is the Hermit. The Hermit has seen a ghost. I shouldn't laugh, but really, if you're trying to trade on what happened to your mother, that terrible tragedy that happened to the mother, and not wear seatbelts in the car illegally, then hello, you need a smack around the head. And I'm not advocating violence. I'm using strong language just purely to express a strong opinion. The Hermit is, of course, Harry, the Virgo. And they have retreated, no doubt, to consult, to huddle with their advisors, with their PR people, with the new agency, if the new agency even wants to take their calls at this point, who knows? But that is huddling, that is skulking away, some quiet time for long, hard think. What are we going to do? We need help, we need to find guidance, we need advice. We need a new story. We need to rewrite the story. We need to blame someone. Can they blame Omid? Can they blame the press person who put out the rash statement? Who can they blame? What can they do? How can they save the situation? What is in their way of saving the situation? Ha ha ha. I always love to see this card in the reverse when it comes to the Parkles. It's the Seven of Swords, and it's the Seven of Swords in reverse. Upright, it's someone getting away with some skullduggery, rushing away, stealing stuff, lying, cheating. In reverse, being exposed, being caught out, having even to confess. And I'm sure that there is CCTV that covers every inch of that high-speed car chase. I'm sure that the paparazzi have got that covered. Even Harry himself was recording. So there is evidence out there that they are talking through their hats, so to speak. But exposure, they risk exposure. The fact that they didn't think this through and think that people would actually come out and debunk this story immediately, high up people like police people and mayors and all the rest of it, they would come out and say stuff. They've basically insulted a city, a city that relies on tourism, that has a lot of foreign dignitaries there, United Nations, and all the rest of it that goes on in New York. They can't afford for the story to go uncontested, that Harry and Meghan were so at risk that they had to rush up and down. Anyway, not Central Park and not in a horse-drawn carriage, which would have been more amusing. But so let's see what's going on behind the scenes. What are they huddled doing, plotting, conspiring, cooking up? Justice. Who can they sue? They got the lawyers on the phone. Justice. Who can we sue? Whose fault is it? We have tried already, the Parkles, they have tried, not me personally, they have tried to get the footage released to them, no doubt, so that they could destroy it. But that's my opinion, of course. But they're working on how legal proceedings, what they can do to make this right. A lot of people speculating, even press in the UK, that Harry is going to introduce this in evidence in his security case that he's got against the government. But as I say, they may well be exposed, so that could be stopping them. But it is really, how can we sue? How can we make this work for us? What is their focus? What are they really concentrated on? King of Pentacles. I think it's on reasserting Harry's authority there with that King of Pentacles, because he does look foolish right now. There were very pathetic photos of him sort of flapping his arms about his face and looking anxious and not dominant, not looking in control. Meghan, of course, just sat there with a smirk. Doria was completely uninterested in what was going on, scrolling through her phone. So Harry was the one that was really traumatized, obviously traumatized by what was going on. Not a good look if you're trying to build an empire in America. So he's got to reassert his authority at some level with the King of Pentacles. He's also got to, they need to get on top of the money situation as well. because, and one speculates, this is why all the court cases need money. Security, very costly, a lot of people totting up things, and the fact that her dress was last year's dress, didn't fit her, was on sale. I think it's Saks, I'm not sure where, can't remember. But things are looking a bit bleak for them financially, her having to go out and merch workout clothes and stuff like that. Not a good look. So we need money. We need a big payday. We need Harry to boss up and come out with a statement that denounces everybody and justifies their behavior and makes him look good, and takes back from that statement that Backward put out about royal prerogative and you're in our country now, and we stand by our founding fathers. It's a bit, recollections may vary. It's, every now and then we get these throwaway lines that are just brilliant. So that's what's going on with the King of Pentacles. I'm going to be late for my dinner if I carry on warbling away like this. How did they expect this to go down? Or anyway, the master, the architect of this event, shall we say. How did they expect things to go? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Normally that would be, it means bad luck. But I don't see it literally as meaning bad luck in the reverse. I think that they wanted it to look how at risk we are from fate and accidents and mischance. That is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Upright, the gods are with you, they're smiling on you, and you can't put a foot wrong. Everything is sort of just goes smoothly along. But in reverse, the card can mean, and for me it does mean this here, that you are just, you never know what's going to come out of the blue. A bit like a tower energy. Wheel of Fortune in reverse does have a similar feeling to the tower. It's misfortune, it's unexpected events that can knock you off course and endanger you. And so it's a big card, the Wheel of Fortune. It's a big card. So they were hoping that this would look bad. It would look bad, but not in the way it ended up looking bad. It made them look bad. They were hoping it would make the press look bad. They were hoping it would make the royal family look bad. And anyone, the British government, look bad. Anyone who has turned them down and their desperate need for security. But it didn't quite work out that way. So how are they going to respond in the near term? What are they going to do? Oh, how funny. Devil with an SOS. And everything on fire. The city in flames behind the devil. Ooh, lies. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. We've already seen lies, alleged lies, shall we say. One of the security guys, the security guy with the gold tie, was telling how it was 2 hours and, hundreds of cars and tanks and, Putin's army and whatever else, missiles, nukes. But actually it was just someone on a bicycle and a few others, and 20 minutes. So there have been mistruths. Recollections have varied so far. And it looks as if we're going to get a big story told to us. And I can't wait. So a big story is coming our way with the devil. A big lie. As the city burns, the lie is going to, I think they're going to escalate the story somehow, which doesn't seem wise. And, we have as our central issue here, looking for guidance and being exposed. So, as I say, devil here doesn't really seem the cleverest thing to do, but could be. I'm asking how they are going to react. What are they going to do? But it could be that this energy manifests first and they are caught out. And so they find themselves, their pact pact that they've made with the devil, because the devil is very much about being chained to a situation. And you could say that Megan might be at some level chained to backward. That might emerge. So either way, it's going to be very interesting in the coming days to see how this devil energy plays out. But it's uncomfortable energy. It's not happy times. It's not happy days in Montecito. But let's look at them individually and see how they're each handling this unforeseen circumstance. I think they thought by now they would have been flown over back to Buckingham Palace. They would have been given the keys to Windsor Castle, and the entire Metropolitan Police would be marching around the perimeters as we speak. And Charles would be sobbing into his pillow, and William would be rending his robes and mea culpa, and I wronged you, but not so much. So how is Harry? Harry, mummy, oh mummy, Queen of Cups. Harry, he has said it's made him feel close to, he finally understands what mummy went through. And you know, the woman did die in a car crash, in a terrible car crash, yes, with paparazzi photographing her last moments. Not nice. But she did in fact phone them and ask them to follow her, according to the official version of events anyway. And I don't have my tinfoil hat on here today. So Queen of Cups, Mummy, Harry, all about Mummy. And of course Doria, they did try and spin the story that Doria was particularly upset. So as Harry lost his father and Meghan lost her father through their marriage and their great love story, and Harry has lost his mummy and Meghan almost lost her mummy, this is all about Mummy. Queen of Cups, it's all about Mummy. Let's move on to Meghan. How's Meghan feeling right now? What's going on with her? Ooh, yeah, we've been talking about the Tower, and here it is. Here it is. This did not go the way she thought it was going to go. It went quite differently, the Tower. This has blown up in her face spectacularly. We did see in the reading yesterday that has been beginning to get a vague idea, according to my cards, my interpretation of the cards, that maybe there is some devilish thing going on with Backward that he's not quite au fait with. She's very, very worried. This is blown up. Same energy here. This did not go the way she expected it to go. It was a stunning reversal of fortune. Over there, stunning reversal of fortune, a real shock that this whole house of cards could come crashing down. She's very aware of that. She's very worried about that. Very. And that gives me another idea about this King of Pentacles, because it looked like she was getting ready to chuck him, you know, toss him overboard, throw mum off the train, and off she was ready to go. But oops, no, brakes on that. Need him desperately now, despite this energy with the Ace of Cups. So it's all very interesting. My goodness, we thought we were going to be so bored after the coronation, and she didn't show up, and you know, it all went smoothly apart from Charles arriving early and tutting in the carriage. And after arriving early, even the pen worked, which in itself is disappointing. We did get a good glimpse of that kilt with Johnny. He's not Major Johnny anymore. He's something much fancier. But never mind, I'm rambling. I'm getting distracted. Let's move on to hopes and fears in Montecito. And we've got Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They fear that this is going to cost them their fortune with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about your return on your investment. Have you invested wisely? Have you squirreled away enough for the winter, the long, hard winter? And in reverse, no, you haven't. You've made a big mistake. You've invested in the wrong thing. You've paid the wrong paparazzi or the wrong whatever you paid. You've made a pact with the devil. You're losing. You're losing money. You're losing investments. You're losing connections. You're losing deals. Apparently, there are deals that are being taken off the table as a result of the stunt. People just saying she's too much drama. And who needs that? Who needs to be associated with that energy? Allegedly. Rumors. But they are very worried about their coin right now. And hence the King of Pentacles there as the thing that they are most focused on right now as well. How is this going to unfold for them ultimately? more long-term consequences for them? Are they going to get through this and everybody's going to believe their story that they're going to spin in the coming days and opera them? Or is this going to really be the nail in the coffin for Brand Sussex? What's going to happen? Ooh, the moon. The moon. We've got a big bad wolf there in the moon, and Little Red Riding Hood is walking some sort of crustacean. Into the woods she goes by herself. It's a card of deception, confusion. People are always going to speculate about this in classic Meghan Markle fashion, as people are still speculating about the provenance of the children. As they are still wondering about jewelry she has and doesn't have, and pasts and husbands, 1, 2, 3, how many tapes that she might or might not have made that might be sitting somewhere waiting to be revealed, ocean voyages she might have gone on, all those kinds of things. What really happened with her mother for 10 years? So many mysteries. And this is going to be added to the great book of mysteries that is the great Meghan Markle mystery, the moon card. The moon is a mystery, is confusion, is a fear even. There may be some threats, there may be people who are taken to task about this and sort of, don't walk down any dark alleys by yourself. That kind of energy. I'm being very dramatic for entertainment purposes. Of course, I wouldn't for 1 second imagine that would be a literal threat. But it's a dodgy card, the moon. The moon is your shadow aspect. It's your shadow self. Don't expect them to suddenly behave very well and go on the straight and narrow with the devil followed by the moon. This is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. The behavior is going to get worse. And the thing about the moon, we've got addictions here. So we might actually get somebody having to own up to addictions. Lady C, I think, I didn't watch, but was talking about white powder on legs and dress. That may be some sniffing, a bit of a cold on the way in. Harry looked high. On whether he's medicated for anxiety. He just looked like he was not all there, and as I say, could easily be medication for anxiety. He does suffer from PTSD, he says, from all the flashlights and everything. Interesting that they then chose to walk out past the paparazzi on the way out. But the devil is addiction, is substances, is toxicity. We may hear something about someone having to own up to some problems again, or even go away. The moon is lunacy. The moon is mental health issues. It is, this could get a lot crazier before it finally resolves itself. And it worries me. I did a reading on how at risk the Parkles actually are. And I did get that if they push this, there is actually risk. And there it is in the moon for me. And it's going to be very hard going forward to actually find the truth in all the lies. It's going to be very, very hard, which is why we do tarot, which is why we read energy and we try to pick our way through it. Let me tell you, it is hard. It is really, really difficult to read this energy. It's getting more confusing. It's getting more intense. It's getting more dense. Just saying, I think that there are bad things coming at some level. Also, just saying, that's my opinion, or my opinion. Thanks for watching, and keep safe, everyone, and sane as well. And I'll see you tomorrow.